Lovely people, welcome back to my channel Dreams Mantra. And as I have promised in my last video that I'm going to talk about all the documents required to apply for your Canadian student visa. Before that, let me tell you that the link for the previous or the last video is there in the description. I would suggest you go and watch that because it is quite connected, because I have shared all my experience and how much time is required to plan, basically plan before you apply for your Canadian student visa. So do watch that and come back to this video. And as I told you, I'm going to talk about all the documents required to apply for your Canadian student visa. What I did here, I have segregated it in two parts. The first one is documents required to apply in for a college. So the college need all your academic documents, and then they need your experience certificates. If you have any experience, it's okay. If you don't have, then just give them academic documents, whatever you have. Third thing, the IELTS. Now there are two things when you give your IELTS. First thing, if you do not give the IELTS result to the college when you apply to get the offer letter, they will give you a conditional offer letter. And with conditional offer letter, you cannot apply your visa. It will surely get rejected. So make sure you have an unconditional offer letter from the college, and that you will get when you will give your IELTS result along with all the documents which I am telling you. I'll repeat the documents for you: all academic documents, all experience certificates or letters if you have any, IELTS, and then your passport. College won't ask a lot of stuff. College may ask SOP. SOP is nothing but the statement of purpose, which I'll talk about later in the same video. Now let's talk about documents required to apply for visa. For visa, very first thing which you need is the unconditional offer letter, because with the conditional letter you cannot apply for the visa for sure. And then second thing, you need all your academic documents, whatever you have given in the college. You can give the same for your visa as well. And then your IELTS result, your passport, your medical test. Now medical test report, you won't get it. The medical test report straight away goes from the clinic to the embassy. And as I spoke about this in my previous video, that you need to plan and book the slot before a month, because most of the time it happens that you have no available slot for a month, and it may delay your process, and then you may have to change your intake as well if things will not happen on the right time. Second thing is the experience letter if you have any. Financial documents. Now in financial documents, the very first thing which is required is the GIC. GIC is known as Guaranteed Investment Certificate, which is basically you pay 10,000 Canadian dollars in one of the Canadian bank. Mostly there are two banks which does of these things. One is ICICI and second thing is Scotia Bank. How GIC works is when you come to Canada, they are going to give that money every month for your for your survival. Basically you can survive here, and GIC take the visa officer into confidence that this person has a lot of finance or basically money with him or her, and this person can survive in Canada. Second thing which is required in the financial document is the first semester fees. Other thing, I would suggest you show as much money as possible, because that will surely strengthen your file, and visa officer will basically neglect the financial part from your file. And financial is something which is the most important thing required when you travel for Canada, and especially if you are traveling from a country wherein the amount, your currency or Canadian currency is a lot of difference. In that phase, you need to have a lot of money that makes sure to the visa officer that yes, this person is eligible or can handle their expenses in Canada. Other thing which is required is SOP. As I told, I'll talk about SOP in this video. SOP is basically a statement of purpose. In the statement of purpose, or basically in SOP, you need to clearly tell about your background. You need to tell why you are doing this program. You should have a clear vision. If you are from a management background and you want to continue something in management, makes sense. If you are, let's say, from medical background, you want to do something in management, make sure you have a link in between, because most of the time what happens that if you just apply or if you just write something in your SOP, you have chances of getting a rejection for your visa, because visa officer will understand that you're doing this just to get student visa and come to Canada. So make sure you have a clear vision. And then other thing, you should give them a reason to come back to your country. There are many people who want to stay in Canada. They want to get PR, they want to get citizenship as well. But make sure you should not mention all these things in your SOP, because that may ruin your file, and the visa officer will reject it for sure, because they need a valid reason of yours to come back to your country. You can plan for your PR once you are here. Once you are done with your program, you get work permit, everything happens. But let this thing for after your studies, and once you are done with your all the process and everything. But when you're trying to get your Canadian student visa, make sure you only focus on your student visa. Do not mention anything or any reason for staying in Canada after your studies. Okay. And SOP is something which should be crystal clear. Do not try to talk here and there. Just talk straight. Tell them the truth about you. And if you have any gap from your education, from your experience to the date you are applying for your visa, make sure you mention that gap with the proper justification, because if you are not able to do so, again there's a chances of rejection. Do watch my previous video, because I already spoke about a lot of things, and when you're supposed to plan and how you can plan things around. In my next video, I'm going to talk about how you can apply for your student visa without GIC. Yes, there are many people who always ask me that how did you come to Canada without GIC, and I'm going to tell you that as well. Stay tuned. Do subscribe my channel if you didn't yet, and click the bell button, because when I'll upload my next video, you will get notified. And do share with your friends and family, because people should get to know about the things required to apply for a Canadian student visa if they are planning to do so. And soon and later I'll also share one video about the tips and tricks on SOP, and like I'll give more details about SOP, how you can write, what all things to be written in that. And at last, before closing this up, I want to show you something that I'm right now here in Centennial College, which is in Toronto. So this is the Progress campus of Centennial, which is in Toronto, also called as Toronto. So they have 4-floor library. This is called ground, and they have second and third, and I'm in fourth. Yeah, they don't have any first floor. They have some plants here so that you can get fresh air. And this is called meeting rooms. They have a lot of meeting rooms like this. Students can book the meeting room to do their assignments or to study with their friends or alone. And I will also take a couple of more shots of the college, and I'll add it up at the end of this video. So to subscribe my channel, to keep following me, I will share a lot of stuff in the upcoming videos for sure. Take care of yourself, and goodbye.